Hi you guys. It's Friday. We're gonna do a reading. I'm Zoe, aka Rabbit Amos, aka Space Holder. Intuitive medium, healer, sharer of life experiences. I do private readings and healings, and I sell crystals and other things too. If you're interested in anything like that, I put it all in the description box. Okay, so today I thought with the Pocket Animal Spirit deck, I actually just kind of want to find out who I'm reading for, like the type of person. So what is the type of person I'm reading for? Thank you. Because then I can get an idea on what the reading is about. We have crocodile. So crocodile. Where are you, crocodile? Here we go. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Now is not the time for decisions, actions, or discussion. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. So when in balance, wise, patient, a silent powerhouse. I don't think we're dealing with that today as such. Feels an imbalance. So when out of balance, feels stuck, lashes out. To bring into balance is rest, and it also has a yoga type pose here as well. So what's funny as I'm getting into this reading, I'm feeling a little bit dizzy, and I know that's not me, that is a message. So really needing to step back. You really need to actually step back. I feel like I'm talking to someone who really likes to have control over situations, like down to the micro mini detail is what Spirit is showing me. You're going to burn out. I can feel it in my body. You're going to burn out if you don't take the steps back. I also get the feeling that there are some people that are quite a lot older who I connect with, and you know, they talk about a grace in getting older and all that sort of stuff. You are, it's coming through like matriarch. You're coming through as, you know, the top point of the whole family tree type thing. And it's like, getting older can be frustrating. You can't do as much. You're probably a bit easily wiped out than you used to be. There's these beautiful people down the family lines who want to help you, who are finding it hard to actually be able to help you because you're insisting on doing all these things, and they feel physical, and it's got to be dropped. It's got to be let go. It's almost like a grieving period is coming through with this. I also, oh well, look at this. I also pulled the Deer card. Loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. Isn't that interesting? The deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. This energy is available to all creatures regardless of gender. I was just going to say that too. Just because if you pull the mother card and you're a father, it doesn't mean that it can't be taken. It's just the words, I suppose. It is especially potent in new parents. So during the first few days, they are fully present, nurturing, and calm. Their inner beauty radiates a sense of grace and calms the room. A dear personality affects others in this way, drawing them towards a quiet tenderness. The dear card may appear when a birth or celebration of new life draws near. It feels like this flip side from what I'm saying. Or when a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion. Yes. So when in balance, receptive, compassionate, nurturing. When out of balance, concerned, protective, to bring into balance nature and children. You're allowed to... It's showing me things like even like bringing the groceries in and stuff like that. The thing is, when we do get older, or if we end up with, you know, things that wipe us out physically, you're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to, not only is it, I feel with some of you, you don't actually even need to ask help. You've got some beautiful people that are around you going, you know, let them do it. Let them do it. It's not necessarily giving up your independence, because what's happening is, if you're fixating on those things, there are other things that you do really want to do that bring you joy, that by the time it comes around that you can do it, you can't, because you're too tapped out, because you've not been... It's like delegating the help, you know. And for people that aren't resonating in terms of a physical thing, it feels like a mental blowout, burnout is actually on the brew if you don't, you know, take time to just be. And there's so many people that'll say, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. Fair enough, but I mean, we can control the way we breathe. We can control whether we breathe deeply into our belly instead of our chest, because if we're breathing into our chest, we're sending all this fogginess, we're sending anxiety, we're sending a not so calm nervous system. But yeah, I think one of the better ways, or the best ways I feel, that anyone can get some sort of grounding or some sort of inner work done is in the shower. We all need to have a shower, you know, we all need to do those practices. So as you're stepping into the shower, you can say, hey, God, Spirit, Gaia, whoever it is, your higher self, Zoe, whoever it is, and say, when you hop into that shower, that the actual purpose of that shower is to help cleanse you of the day, of, it could even be a specific thing that's been going on for you. Help me cleanse this. Please help me cleanse this, Spirit, Archangel Michael, whoever it is that you're drawn to ask, even if you're just talking to yourself. We have Camel, resourceful, independent, knows oneself. Yes, some of this needs to be dropped a little bit, I think. That's the feeling I get. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenges with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, like judgment or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm this situation. I was just saying about the shower. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water. This feels like the delegation that I was talking about before, and being responsible for one's own reactions. See, this is the thing too. If we know that we're heading for we can feel it in our body boiling up. We have warning signs before it gets to tipping point, If you're not wanting to be in a reactive state, you have to learn how to calm your nervous system, If you want to be able to do things, then you have to lapse and rest on this part of things, so then you can do these things, Feels like a balance. The camel is a wonderful traveller and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. When in balance, calm, content, sparkle in the eye. When out of balance, dehydrated, lacks vitality. to bring into balance a pilgrimage. And we have, I don't know if I showed you that card, sorry, the camel, that was the camel, and then we have the mouse card. I don't normally read from guidebooks. It's usually if it's a new deck or if it's one where, to me, I don't get much that comes with the word camel or mouse. You know, sometimes there will be things that come, but I tend to read the book with these ones. Kind of see what they're trying to tell me. So where are you, mouse? Mouse. Detail-orientated, small-minded, nitpicky, and nervous. This is control. This is I'm picking up on you beautiful souls who really like to try and control the situations. They want you to bring it down. It's really hard, This lack of control work can be a hard one to wrap your mind around. But then you settle, you settle and, 1. You become more at peace within yourself, and everything else does actually tend to settle. And you can tell when something else is coming up that needs to be purged or whatever, because you'll feel it heighten again. So that's your body trying to tell you, hey, look over here. What's going on over here? The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. So, when in balance, organized, resourceful, and prepared. When out of balance, busy with no purpose, and to bring into balance a meaningful project. But I feel more so with this, what I'm picking up on is like meditation. It's going inward. It's not outpouring anymore. It's going inward. Also, it's really good to try and find the source of what is going on, because then you can start figuring out why, and you can start unpacking that. There's things that how would you put it? There's things that continuously go on for someone for many years of their life, right? It could even be 30 plus years of their life. Once they get the key to what's going on, and you can start unraveling it, you can start unraveling those habits. You can start unraveling like very heightened anxiety. You can start unraveling depression. You can start unraveling, bad eating habits. There's so many things that you can start to unravel. We've got the bear card while I'm speaking about this, so I wonder what that one would be. Beautiful bear. It's funny, just even with the bear card, I think of like hunkering down, getting ready for winter, hibernating, those sorts of things. It feels like self-care, waking from spiritual slumber, beginning anew. After a long winter, the bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult, but the bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. Yes, this is about coming into these healthier habits. How are we going to unwind these sort of things, And if there's anyone that actually wants to ask any sort of questions or whatever, feel free to comment below or message me through my business page on Facebook or something. I'm really happy to help people unwind, the things that we do that block us. They get in the way. They tell our brains things that aren't true. We can unwind those. It's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light here. The bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. Beautiful. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual quest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles. This is the thing too. Whenever I'm giving readings or healings or anything like that, or any sort of advice, I am very realistic. I have 15. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh yeah, you can do this, easy peasy. You know what I mean? No, it can be very hard. It can be hard work. But I have come to find that it is so extremely beneficial, not just to you, but to other people too. But you have no choice, bear. Winter wanes, the warmth of spring emerges, and your transformation begins. When in balance, inner strength, yearning to grow. When out of balance, withdrawal, lethargy, I think I said that right, heaviness, to bring into balance, movement and exercise. I'm saying, yeah, like meditation type stuff, but also if you do have a body that is stiff and sore, the best thing to do is to move it. But I'm not saying that in a way of overdoing it. I mean, even if it's just, you know, this could be enough for someone to just do that once a day. Seriously. I come from a place of very little income. I come from a place of, you know, having had very bad depression at points that come and go in my life, having very high anxiety and unwinding a lot of that. I come from these places of knowing, of understanding that if you say to someone that is so heavily depressed, you've just got to do X, Y, Z, they can't even do the X, let alone the Y and then the Z. So why are you trying to pressure them saying, hey, try this, when maybe it's even get out of bed? It doesn't even have to be get dressed. That can be a huge thing for someone, you know what I mean? It could be way less of for someone else to say, hey, I need you to work out 4 times a week for an hour. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. There's other people where it's like I said, get out of bed. That's it. It's just get out of bed. That can be a big enough mission. But if you find yourself that you are, oh my gosh, I actually got out of bed by 10 a.m. Holy shit, I did it again the next day. You'll start building up stuff within you, like self-confidence and all that sort of good, beautiful stuff. I'm just going to finish this on the Lamb card. So I've pulled the Lamb, but it was upside down. Okay. I'm having a giggle. I can see why it's upside down. So, excuse me. So, why I find this funny is because upside down, peaceful, prophetic, patient. So the cards obviously flipped the other way up. So it's kind of telling you that's what you're needing. This is the lack. Okay. So the Lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. So this is a big part of why you're needing to meditate and quiet the mind. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the Lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with the utmost patience and reverence. So that's yourself. You've got to treat yourself with the utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, receive. So when in balance, knowingness, inner peace, and when out of balance, quiet, timid, and concerned. To bring into balance, meditation and listening. So, I don't know if you like homework or not, but if you want to, that's your homework, is to quiet the mind. See what your body's trying to tell you. Let go of control. have some grace and patience towards yourself. Okay, beautiful people. So that was the reading for today. If you feel like checking out anything else that I do, I've got all the links in the description box. And yeah, like I do private readings, private healings, crystal grid healings. I sell crystals, and yeah, I do heaps of different things. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.